Caught the attention of Mexico, the country, and check out what it is reportedly doing to stop him. Mexico, according to some reports, is helping Mexicans in the United States quickly become legal citizens so they can vote against Donald Trump. Is that a legitimate tack? Here to react is co-founder of XL Alliance and FoxNews.com contributor, Lily Gilfiletta. Lily, it's great to see you this morning.
Great seeing you.
So, is this true first? And second, is it legitimate for a foreign country to do this?
Well, it is true that there is a very well-orchestrated national campaign to get people naturalized. In fact, last August, I was invited to the White House for a briefing on this very campaign. Now, the risk, and I did mention this during the meeting, was that doing this during an electoral process or an election year could have the risk of making it a politicized subject. So that's what we're seeing now, and it's okay. Anyone, go get naturalized. I love that process. I went through the process. But do it for the love of the country, not just to go up against one particular candidate.
Well, you could see why, to the outsider looking in, it might look like this is a political party unhappy with the election results, trying to change the electorate in order to get different results.
Well, that is where we get into that fine line of wanting to promote civic engagement versus interfering in the election of another country.
Right.
And for the first time ever, while naturalization drives happen all the time, is the first time a Mexican consulate, is hosting these kinds of events. That's where we get into the great.
So how would the government of Mexico respond if the U.S. government decided to try and influence, say, a Mexican election?
Absolutely.
Or the government of Guatemala, which has a lot of migrants moving through Mexico, tried to do that.
Correct.
They would, of course, flip out completely because that's a challenge to their sovereignty, isn't it?
Absolutely, and we wouldn't want to ever do that. I don't think the U.S. will ever do that. So what we've heard officially from the Mexican government, just to give them a little bit of credit, is that they are not in any way interfering, that they're just hosting the events, but that external parties are the ones that are doing the clinics themselves. But still, you're in an official building, and that is where it gets tricky.
So here we actually have a statement from the Mexican government, and I'm going to read it here. This is a historic moment where the Mexican consulate will open its doors to carry out these types of events in favor of the Mexican community. It's a lie, of course, to suggest the Mexican government doesn't want to influence election. Of course they do. But don't Americans have a right to be outraged by that? Any foreign government should not be tampering in our elections, no?
Exactly. So I want to make it clear right now that we should not be outraged by documented immigrants wanting to become American citizens, because that's why we're here. We love the country. I did it myself. But what is a problem, once again, is the gray line of an external government wanting to interfere, whether it is in a very organic or clever way, in this election process here. I want everyone to vote. If you love Trump or hate him, go vote for him or against him. But vote then for the right candidate, not just for out of the fear-mongering of the fact of, like, I just don't want that guy. You have to make a decision that's right for you.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Tucker.
For elucidating that. Great to see you this morning.